Hello everyone, my name is Rituro, and welcome back to Project Fire Sale, where we burn it to the ground, gut it, build it back up, and try and get the worst team in MLS back into the playoffs. We are on project number 4, the New England Revolution, who in the 2019 season actually really didn't deserve to start it, having finished the previous season with, in last place. Now, they were 26 points, easily the winner of what we call the Project Fire Sale Derby, 6 points behind the Portland Timbers, and it's slightly mystifying as to how 6-1, 8 drawn, 20 lost, 28-4, 55 against, leaking goals all over the place, minus 27 goal differential. They're in trouble, and I really can't, honestly, I can't figure out how. I can't figure out how they were this bad. I'll show you what I mean later. First things first, let's review the season that was. Of course, Supporter Shield went to the Columbus Crew, 71 points, tops of the East, followed by Chicago, one of my old sides. Of course, we managed to get Philly into 5th place. Very happy about that. Colorado even snuck into the playoffs with 45 points. Didn't make it through their wild card, but they got there, so there you go. All teams I have previously coached in the playoffs, and it's pretty darn good if I do say so myself. But what we need to look at, how the season ended. So, let's go to the wildcard matches. Philly beats Toronto 3-1, you may recall that. New York over Montreal 3-1 in extra time. The Loons, Minnesota 4-1 over Colorado. And LA Galaxy 3-1 over the Houston Dynamo. To the East, Columbus beats Philly over 2 legs, we recall that, 4-0. New York on away goals gets past Chicago. In the West, it was Sporting over LA, 1-0, 2-0 after 2 legs. San Jose, 1-0 on aggregate over the Loons. Oof, don't score too much. In the Eastern Final, Columbus, the Shield winners, dropped again. New York winning on away goals. They got it down to a science. They go through to MLS Cup. In the West, Sporting Kansas City on away goals. They go through. So it's Sporting and the Red Bulls. Sporting win it 2-0. I believe that's back-to-back cups. It is back-to-back MLS Cups for Sporting Kansas City. I'm sure they are thrilled. The awards, Comeback Player of the Year was Julian Riedel for Columbus, for what I am sure are reasons. Goalkeeper of the Year, John Kempen, no shocker there. Defender of the Year, Keegan Rosenberry, which that was a wonderful feather in the cap. Very happy there. MVP, Dom Dwyer, his 12 goals and 13 assists, 37 appearances, led the voting by a considerable amount. Best 11. None of my guys made it, though Kendall Wasson and Giles Barnes made it for Vancouver, so figure that one out if you can. Dwyer, Verone, Jovinko, Eleman, Barnes, Diaz, Akam, Waston, Saro, Ba, and Amid. It's actually a pretty good 11. Coach of the Year, I didn't get nominated. Greg Berhalter, though, he did. He wins over Preki at San Jose, which is actually a good job by Preki to get San Jose back to being a contender. And Peter Vermees over Sporting, back-to-back cups. Comeback Player of the Year, I figured that one out. Goal of the Year, Javon Watson from New England. Ends up 3rd, Jordan Morse from Seattle, and Hernan Bernadette from Montreal. Top quality finish from the defensive midfielder. Yeah, that'll get you some votes, won't it? Golden Boot goes to Gonzalo Verón. 29 goals and 39 appearances. Smashing the record set by Rocket Roy Lassiter. Though I would suspect, perhaps, that those goals may include playoff tallies, which of course is incorrect. But, whatever. It's FM. Don't take it too seriously. Newcomer of the Year, Jose Sosa beats out Atiba Hutchinson. I think that was robbery. Atiba got his job done and then some. Navarro Negredo for NYCFC in 3rd. I think Atiba deserved Newcomer of the Year. He was the linchpin for us. Rookie of the Year, Sergio Ochoa for Portland. 14 appearances, 2 goals, 3 assists for the central midfielder. Carl Starkey for Columbus. And then Radojica Markovic for Philly. Yeah, that's right. Good job, Radojica Markovic. 24 appearances, 8 goals and 2 assists, 6-8-9 for the young Canadian. I believe it even got him some senior caps out of it, if I recall correctly. Yes, the 2 caps now with the big boys. Oh, he's at the twisted ankle now. Unfortunate. But there you go, saved his career and then some. Humanitarian of the Year, Chris Seitz. I'm sure the game is a great metric for figuring that one out, but whatever. Referee of the Year, Mark Geiger. Insert joke here. Graham Zusi, individual fair play, not a single card picked up. Mosqueda and Brett Pittman also in there. And team fair play, DC United with a mere 29 discipline points. Not too shabby. All right, so as a whole, it's a pretty good season. It all shakes out. But the question is, what was the deal with New England? Let's first of all, let's take a look at what I've done so far, transfer history for this club. I've brought in some players on frees and drafts. So Chris Perez from West Virginia, Chaos on a free, Jason Moose from the Revs Academy. I was going to sign an Academy kid. He is going to be our depth D-mid. I got hopes for this kid. I got hopes for him. See how he does. Chris Perez from West Virginia, Chaos again. I got hopes. Jordan Graham on a free transfer. Figure, could be a fairly good option for us. He's Irish, so he's in on a free, making decent money. Already has some senior team caps. I figure he could be good on the wings for us. Brendan Liversedge from Seattle. This was again in the waiver draft. I figure good depth perhaps at striker. Ian Cruz from Sport Kansas City again drafted him in. He's now over at San Antonio FC because reasons. I got rid of him. Didn't like him. Goodbye. Contract's over. Get out of here. Zach Steinberger from Houston. Brought him in again. Figured, well, what the heck? We take a look at him, see if he's any good. I decided that no, he was not. So he's now out on loan with Ottawa. Ryan Juarez from the Crossfire. He, I believe, was our big draft signing, and indeed he was. Look at that poacher. Oh my goodness, 16-16 acceleration agility. Yes, please. He's got some work to do, but not a bad draft pickup for us. We're actually pretty loaded with draft picks this year. So he did quite well to grab decent talent. John Levianis out on loan. Right-sider. Juan Acosta from Golden State Force. I also out on loan. Again, I loaned out a ton of people here. Ton of people out on loan. Tony Harris drafted in. Good physicals for him, for the target man that he is. Chadwell Bell. Again, at this point, I'm just drafting best player on the board. Then I picked up Mark Altarava from the we're from the Victoria Highlanders because gotta respect my Highlanders. Love my hometown team. And that was the draft. Then picked up Francisco Hernandez from Marathon for a mere $150K. Young kid, center back. We figure he's got potential through the roof. Could be a good kid signing. Again, I do that kind of signing all the time for Project Fire Sale. Or, sorry, outside of Project Fire Sale, I could say. I love doing that. But I wanted to, get away from this. But I figure there might be a good reason to keep him. You'll see why. Alvaro from Villarreal, 1.8 million. MLS footed some of that bill. 33.5, like designated player at the back. He will hopefully be the rock that plugs the hole of the leaking New England defense. Well, again, I think I have another way to fix that, but we'll get to that later. Jermaine Taylor, drafted him in. Looks all right. Could be good. But we then got rid of him because, you don't stay, you don't stay. So, whatever. He's, he is free transferred. He will be leaving. His injury is up. Yves Solon from Minnesota, we drafted him in and kept him. Figure he could be half decent. Again, he's depth, but he's cheap depth. So there's that. Why is Jermaine Taylor not totally gone? He was. They went to Impact. He says free transferred. Yeah, why is it saying he's still here? That's actually a good question. Maybe he hasn't cleared waivers yet. That would make sense. All right, cool. Back we go. And then Benzi Yamarti from Liverpool on loan. This kid, Serbian, wunderkind attacker, valued $1.5 million. We might be able to make something out of him. He's only on rotation, so they're not expecting us to play him. So we'll see what we can do here. I've loaded up with kids. Maybe that can help. On the outs, Neil Watson sold to Puerto Rico. Francesco Rapisarda sold to Sanderhausen for $500K. Bunch of people left open to the waiver drafts. Braden Howard, Marcelo Gazzola, Kai Kamara. Yeah, he's not the guy he used to be. He's with NYCFC, and good luck with that, NYCFC. Tons of people go out on loans because I couldn't find people to buy them. We then waited at the waiver draft. Pablo Diego, Eugene Jones, Anthony Wallace, Joshua Osei, Matt Harrison, Michael Anderson, Sebastian Letou, Kyle Beckerman, and Zach Lloyd, who was drafted away by Colorado. So, that's where we are. That's what the squad is like. So looking at it now, This is the roster we're taking into opening day. We're playing in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, 4-2-1-3, however you want to call it. This is what we're playing as. Bobby Shuttleworth stays in net. Mark Altarava, who we, again, got on the cheap, is starting at right back, not by choice. Unfortunately, injuries have kind of hurt us a bit. Would love to have Chris Perez there. He's injured. So that's unfortunate. And Josh Williams is yes, once again, Josh Williams is back, but we'll not use him unless we absolutely have to. Alvaro, of course, in the center. John Mazzino, yeah, he ended up in New England. Remember him? He's in our center. Zeki Friars out on the left. Xavier Kouassi, Scott Caldwell, and Lee Nguyen, our three-headed giant in the midfield. All look pretty good. Caldwell is my coaches have gotten less and less high on him as preseason has gone on, so I'm a little bit worried about this. Originally, they projected quite highly. Now, not so. Lee Nguyen's still pretty good. Kellen Rowe still pretty good. Diego Fagundes pretty good. We're retraining him on the left. And Alessandro Matri, who I got for a pittance. A pittance. From LA. I suppose I should show the trades that took place as well, because that doesn't show automatically. We flipped a super draft pick and money to RSL for our first overall pick. Pretty good. We then flipped our third round pick in 2021 to get the rights to Chris Perez. We then signed. We then flipped Daniel Steres over to Atlanta for a second round pick and money. We then sent just nothing in money to LA for Alessandro Matri. And then we sent a second round pick and draft allocation, or in target allocation money, I should say, to FC Dallas for Zach Lloyd. Again, I figured, well, we'll see if he's any good. Ultimately, he wasn't. I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that. So the problem here is, why wasn't this squad good enough last year? Because again, with Nguyen, Caldwell, and Rowe in the center, and with Fagundes and I should say Kouassi in the center, and Fagundes and Rowe up front, how are they not banging in balls? Here's what I think the problem is. And as you can see, this is why I have Yamarty. Yeah, Wonderkind, oh yeah. Here's what I think the problem was. They were being played in an absolutely horrific formation. I mean, just bad. Let's take a look at this. For whatever reason, this was a rarity, an absolute rarity for the Revs. More often than not, what you saw, I hope I'm remembering that this is the right one. Oh, nope, hang on. Of course I had to pick all the ones I say it's a rarity, I had to pick it twice in a row. Good job, me. Alright, hang on. More often than not, what you saw was this, a 4-4-2 empty bucket, which makes no sense whatsoever. Why are you leaving Lee Nguyen on the right? Why are you playing Letou as your advanced striker? This just made no sense whatsoever. None. I also didn't like the fullbacks they were using, but whatever. Point is, this is not how you deploy the talent that you have available. A 4-2-3-1, 4-2-1-3, whatever you want to call it, that's what you need to do, which is what I've done. Preseason's been decent. Let the AI handle it. Why we lost the Pittsburgh Riverhands, I'll never know. We also, for some reason, our relationship with the Rochester Rhinos was canceled due to a bug where they were in line for promotion. You can't get promoted out of USL to NASL or MLS. What's going on, FM? So that was weird. Whatever, we got the Bradenton Academics as our new affiliate, so that's all solved. We're fine there. So the biggest rebuild we had to do was, taking the depth that was already there and just putting them in the right location. And then fleshing out the team. So you saw my moves that I made there. It was all about finding guys who can be plugged and played in, turn into something good. Jordan Graham should be great off the bench for us. I'm thinking he's going to do well for us. Jason Moose, again, kid, yeah, plug and play, should be alright. He may end up replacing Scott Caldwell if he falls off, or Xavier Kouassi for that matter, because Kouassi's making way more DP money. And Mino Likey, he may end up getting a hard axe if he ends up being outperformed by young Mr. Moose. So we'll see. We will see. I think right back is going to hold once the injury to Chris Perez heals up. But again, we're relying on Altarava. I might go looking for a right back sooner than later. What's hampered me from doing this is I did not think we were going to get into the middle of a takeover bid. But no, the Crafts had to go and sell the team. A massive transfer embargo came in during the takeover bid. I was locked out from making deals for the longest time and it really hurt our offseason. I was able to revamp the staff quite nicely. I'm quite happy with our new coaching team. Did well. Brian Schmitzer's now my assistant coach. I find amazing. Our coaches now are better. Much, much, much better. Schmetzer, we know what he can do. Remy Roy is our goalkeeping coach. Remy Tang is our fitness coach. And Teddy Sheringham, pretty solid. So yeah, I'm happy with this. This should go together. Now the question is, can this all come together on the field? I have offers currently waiting up for Brendan Liversedge to get him some minutes on loan. The question is, can I take this and get a result against Houston? Let's find out. Let's kick off this Project Fire Sale. Number 4, we're 1 for 3 so far. Diego Fagundes, 60 minutes recommended. Well, we'll see. I may play him more than I have to. It's a 4-2-1-3 from Houston. Well, we'll just see about that. Christian Ramirez starting for Houston. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. So who do we got next? After them, we got LA, Atlanta, Dallas, Orlando, RSL, Vancouver. Oof, this is going to be interesting. We're going to take Fagundes. We're going to trust he's going to be good to go for the full 90. Matre up front. Giamarti will probably come off the bench at some point, and we'll try and get some more fitness for these bench guys. But we will see. Rituro, who would be making a good play to be in a D-mid, is currently suspended. So that doesn't help. Opara being injured doesn't help either. I'd actually sooner have him in than Mazzinho. But, do what we can, right? Do what you can with what you have. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start our 4th Project Fire Sale. A draw would be a good start for this team. Honestly, I just want to see a good showing. A good showing. All I'm asking. Can we get it? My feelings, well, I had plenty of time. I'm ready to go. I'm prepared. More incentive. Great. All right. Double pivot at the back. I agree you should keep an eye on Ramirez. Should probably hurt Breck Shea while we're at it. And come on, guys. Revenge, great motivator. We're playing counterattacking. I think this will be the formation for us to use. Counterattacking style. Use those flanks, because, let's be honest. We got 2 great attackers in Fagundes and Rowe. Let's make the focus of our attack an up-tempo counter. Make it happen, boys. Make it happen. Good. Extended. Here they come. All right. Houston Dynamo in their orange. The Revs in their blue and white with red trim. Early possession here. Countered quickly. This is Matre up front. Plays it out wide to Rowe. Kellen Rowe. Will he row his boat? He goes inside. Lean Win. He's the guy pulling all the strings in midfield. He's got license to make things happen. The question is, will he row? Caldwell. Fagundes! He's got it in! Not even a minute into my first match! Oh, it's so good when a plan comes together. Caldwell to Fagundes. Fagundes takes a step far post. Thank you very much. 1-0 New England over Houston on opening day. Not even a minute into the match. And that goes into row F, I would say, by Colin Warner. Nice try. Well, that's a good start. I just wanted a good, showing. I didn't think we'd, completely shock them before a minute was in. Works for me, though. Works for me. We can play this counter. Draw them in, hit them on the break. I'll be very happy. And that's a horrible strike from Winger. He can take those all day as far as I'm concerned. No, we're not going to worry about possession. Possession is for other people. Wayne gets himself a yellow. 20-minute mark. That's worrisome. Garza to Ramirez. Altarava catches him. Gets himself a yellow. We're into card trouble, I see. So this is our team, huh? Go for the ankles. Man, that seems to be how my teams play in FM. Check the Greg Garza there. Takes the ball off Matri. Back to his keeper, Tyler Derrick. Goes short, spearing. Forlan. Brought down by Caldwell. This is the counter that we talked about. Goes wide. Rowe is waiting. Kwasi. Nguyen. Nguyen finds Rowe. Caldwell. Is he going to link up with Fagundes again? He is. Fagundes back to Caldwell this time. Caldwell tries his luck. Well wide. Not shooting Houston 4-2. We are somehow leading. Spearing gets himself a yellow. Fagundes to Kwasi. What do we do with this set piece? Mozinho. Alvaro. Rowe. Tries his luck. Oh, it didn't miss by much. Kellen Rowe buying a ticket because why the heck not? It is somewhat worrying that we're not willing to come inside. August gets himself into the book. Fagundes. Oh, that wasn't far away, was it? And at the half, 1-0. It's a good start, boys. I like it. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Matri's not having a great day at the park, so we may see Giamarti sooner than later. Change the shape of the attack a little bit, if nothing else. First things first, we'll let this play out. See how we do. Rowe. Win. Just keeps going with it. Kwasi. Win. Matri. Kwasi. Win. Who says we can't possess the ball? Kwasi. Looks for his man inside, but Greg Garza's waiting for him and says no. Corner now from Rowe. Looks for a target in center. Just over. Derek did very well to get a hand to that. That was labeled top corner. Rowe from the left. Puts it up. Looks for Mozinho. Can't find him. And Warner will start the break. Finds Breckshay deep. Nothing will come of that. Okay, I've seen enough from Matri. He gets slightly better, though, didn't he? Warner, Alexander, Wenger, and Isoko. So they're already making changes. I feel compelled to oblige. Ooh, Maru Manotas. Oh, they did wholesale. They did 3 subs. Well, definitely keep an eye on Maru Manotas. Isoko, keep an eye on him. And Eric Alexander, I'm not going to worry about at all. And I am going to bring on Giamarti for his debut as an advanced forward. Off you go, son. Make it happen. Spearing, Alexander. Manotas. Out wide to Marvell Wynn, who's done a good overlap here. Shea's header! Grabbed by Shuttleworth. Well, should have done better with that. Shuttleworth will launch it long. Looking to start the counter. Instead, it's Forlan coming up with it. Goes over the top. Finds Arnold. Arnold Isoko did not do well there at all with that. Okay, I think we need to bring in a sub of our own. Someone in the mid, perhaps. And I am tempted to say Francisco Hernandez. Kid, show me you got something here. Mozinho hasn't exactly impressed me. Central defender. Yes, please. Ball playing defender, Alvaro. I like it. Caldwell up ends Isoko. Could probably look at taking out and win as well. Caldwell. Oof, that's going to be a yellow, surely. Yep. Okay, I think Wynn could stand to come out of the game. And I think we'll give Michael Saunders a run out here. He is definitely an advanced playmaker. He can also deep lie playmake. I am actually kind of interested in having him play deeper, just for defensive reasons. Let's protect this 1-goal lead. Giamarti, all alone. Lays it off to Rowe. Rowe charges down the right. Puts the cross in. Derek probably will have wanted to grab that a little bit cleaner. Saunders comes in for a win. Rowe. Cleared. Fagundes recovers. Back to Rowe. Second effort. Blocked. That'll go up for a throw. 15 minutes to go. Still New England up 1-0. Throw from Kwasi. Giamarti. Kwasi. Short to Rowe. Caldwell finds Giamarti! 2-0! Benz Giamarti, the wunderkind on loan from Liverpool, scores on his debut. Oh, that's going to make some people very happy in Foxborough. Caldwell does well. He looks like he's set up to shoot as Caldwell, and Giamarti gets a lucky deflection, but it's a powerful shot in close all the same. That should be the dagger. But we're not done yet. I'm sorry, Bob, we're not done yet. Rituro does well to get there ahead of Shea. Shuttleworth has time. Looks up, looks long. Trying to find Giamarti. But Kwasi's there for the second ball. Rowe. Caldwell. Kwasi. Rowe. Does he go up the right? He thinks about it. Goes back to Kwasi. Over the top. Giamarti can't get there. I think we have discovered a new plan here. Get the ball to Giamarti. Rowe double team, gets the cross in, and Derek again. This is uncharacteristically sloppy for Tyler Derek. I'm going to say match engine bug. Rowe puts it up. Hernandez can't quite get there. Caldwell's will take an effort on the second effort. Bar and over. Pretty close. 5 minutes plus stoppages left. Houston trying to get back into this. Alexander. Job by Saunders there. It's Win! Puts it wide. Well, it's fine by me. Fagundes now. Kwasi. Fagundes has looked good. He'll play the full 90. I think he's good to go for the 90. Shea here on the counter. He's got Alvaro back. Puts a cross in. Cleared by Friars. Caldwell starts his own counter back the other way. And that's intercepted. Hernandez is there. Eric Alexander. Spearing. Win. Inside for Alexander. Back out wide to Win. They're pulling the defense apart here, but Kwasi's having none of that. Alvaro very well to head that. It's still Houston's ball. Alvaro can't clear it completely. Arnold blocked. It's Fire Drill defending at the back here. Fair, Houston not making the most of these chances. Nobody's challenging Win on the left. I feel like we should do something about that. Like, maybe don't let him do that. Steve Giamarti. Fernando trip to Giamarti. Giamarti, I should say. By me. Let's go to the end of 2 minutes of stoppages. And it looks like we're going to escape this. A Spearing can't hit the target. It looks like a 2-0 win on opening day as we attempt to resurrect a second team. And there we go, 2-0. Excellent start to the season. Again, I don't think this New England team was that bad last season, just that their formation choice was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'm very happy with that. Puts us in good stead for our next episode. Next time on Project Fire Sale, we are going... Wait, here is it. Schedule. We are going to check in with RSL Real Salt Lake. Another home match. We got a long homestand to start this season. A long homestand. This will be the end of the homestand. Can we make these home points count? That's what we'll see next time on Project Fire Sale. My name is Rituro. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you like what you've seen, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, favorite, tell your friends about these videos on YouTube. Don't forget to join us in Twitch chat, twitch.tv/Rituros, where all these episodes are recorded live, where Willy Bonin is saying, Defender did what Defender usually do, no goal. Fair enough. Until next time, my name is Rituro. You're watching Project Fire Sale. We'll see you next time for the match against Real Salt Lake.